I hope you enjoyed part 1 of my dynamic stabilizer series. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring you part 2. Part 2 is all about cranking up your heart rate and moving things up, getting things faster. Now realize with these exercises, one of the easiest progressions to start with is just slow down the tempo. Yeah, just start with a tempo that you know you can do, and then from there speed it up. Obviously, the faster you go, the higher your heart rate's going to go, the more conditioning and fitness you're going to be working on. That's the cool thing about this. This simple 13-inch dynamic stabilizer band is one of the easiest ways to go ahead and crank up your heart rate, but while you're doing it, you're working on hip stability, trunk stability, all the key things that as we age, we're going to potentially lose. I don't want you losing it. Go ahead, start incorporating these 3 exercises now into more of a cardiovascular conditioning type workout. And I think you're going to find you really enjoy this little green band. And guess what? You can take it anywhere you want. Enjoy these 3 exercises, but more importantly, watch the progressions and get yourself going on these exercises, because I know if you do, you're going to thoroughly enjoy them. But more importantly, you're going to enjoy how it makes your hips and your trunk feel and keeps you stable on your feet. Have a great time with these 3 exercises. Today's exercise is the dynamic stabilizer skater exercise. Now this is an advanced exercise because we're going to add a lot of plyometric and heavy ground reaction forces. So make sure you're ready for it. The skater is known for its ability to create an explosive step, stick the landing, and then come on back. So that's the first key. The second key, and a mistake that people make often, is as they do the skater, they let this foot either touch or wrap around. If you do that, the band is going to get loose and slide. So you want to go ahead, as you do your skater, keep the distance between your feet at least 12 to 18 inches as you're going ahead and getting it moving. Last thing, make sure you get your arms involved, because you want to do that to make it a total body movement. Now let me take you through how to progress this exercise. The simplest way to go ahead and progress the skater is create a reach. And where you go ahead and create that reach relative to the ground is going to make this exercise more challenging. Let me show you what I mean. Progression number 1 would just be a simple skater movement, and all you're worried about is letting your arms move. Secondly, I'm going to go ahead and reach down and touch my knee as I go ahead and do the movement. Now this is going to create more hip flexion, which is going to result in my glutes working more. Final progression, try to touch your ankle. So you're going to go all the way down to the ankle, which is going to create a ton of hip flexion and make your glutes really have to work, not only in the frontal plane, but in the sagittal plane. 3 progressions for your skaters. Bring them into your workout once you've mastered some lateral stepping and you want to move things up a bit. Have a great time with it. Today's exercise is step overs. Yeah, dynamic stabilizer step overs. Love this movement because it not only engages my glute medius to become stronger in the frontal plane, but it also engages my hip flexor to become stronger in the sagittal plane. So you're getting a 2-for-1 deal here. Very simple exercise. Put an object down that you can go ahead and visualize stepping over. Don't make it too high to start out with. Let your feet start moving to just get into a rhythm, and then step over the object. Just step over the object. That's all you're working on. Always come to a balance and then step over the movement. Don't try to go quickly over it. Work on your rhythm and control, because after you get that, now you can go ahead and go through some of these progressions that I'm about to show. Progression number 1 is just simply working on quick explosive movements. So you're in this position, you want to get over the object as quick as you can and get moving as quick as you can. That's first progression. Second progression, add a second step in. So you're here, you want to step over and get your balance again, and then step over and then get your balance. That's the second level of progression. Last one you can go ahead and do is you can go ahead and incorporate a shuffle back. So you're here, step over, and then shuffle it back. Keep your feet moving, step over, and then shuffle it back. Just make sure you go both directions when you do that. Step over movements, great way to engage your hip flexors and train your glute medius in the frontal plane. Give it a try. You're going to see your heart rate go way up, which is what I really enjoy. If you're looking for a small space cardiovascular type exercise that's really going to get your heart rate up, 2-step shuffles is a great option. Yeah, put the dynamic stabilizer on so you can train your hips in a frontal plane, but you're also going to work them in a very fast movement. Put some markers down so you have a distance to shoot for, and you're going to do 2 to 3 steps stop, and then come on back. So it's 1, 2, get here, and then come on back. That's the basic two-step shuffle. You're going to scale your speed to what you can do, and you're also going to go ahead and challenge yourself to always keep your feet shoulder width or farther apart during this movement, which is going to work on great balance and base of support strength. So that's the two-step shuffle. Now let me take you through some progressions on how you can advance this exercise once you go ahead and master it.